Race fans, it's that time of year where the Speed Week in Daytona officially come to an end and the West Coast swing has officially started. This past week, the Daytona 500 ended, which we saw Austin Cindric getting the checker flag, which means the West Coast swing is now going to start off in Auto Club. Then we'll go to Las Vegas and then round things up at Phoenix before they head to Atlanta. It's going to be an exciting West Coast swing, and today I'm here to give y'all my predictions. And I'm also here to do a Pick 5 contest for this Sunday's race. And to be entered, it is pretty simple. All you're going to have to do is go down below to the comment section and type in who you think will finish in the top 5. If you go 5 for 5, you get an autograph of your choice. And if you go 4 for 5, you get an unsigned hero card. But the rules are the rules, so follow them and go comment below to be entered. But let's get started.
Ryan Priest, and you're watching William Blackwell on YouTube.
Before I talk about this Sunday's race at Auto Club, I'm going to want to go over this past week in Daytona. A lot of people might refer to it as Speed Week. Speed Week kicked off on Tuesday night with 2 practice sessions at night where we saw the Fords really quick. And one thing that caught my attention was how the Chevys were lacking in pace. And in years past when they went to Daytona or Talladega, they were very quick. But this go-around, they were struggling early on. But when Wednesday rolled around, it looked like they got things under control as they had a whole Hendrick Motorsports front row. Kyle Larson on the pole, your defending series champ, alongside Alex the Showman Bowman in the 48 car. So they were on the front row and they're on the pole for both of their duels. Duel number 1, which resulted in Kyle Larson leading the field to the green flag, was a very calm race. Brad Keselowski in the 6 car got the win there. And in the second duel, we saw Alex Bowman leading the field to the green flag. He immediately dropped to the back, and that's the last we saw. And Chris Buescher won the race after he pretty much tangled with Joey Logano off of turn 2 on the final lap, which resulted in him getting a ton of damage and going to a backup car. But Friday rolls around, you have a practice session, then you got the truck race. The truck race was a good one. We saw some intense racing, but we also saw a lot of single file racing, which is not good at all. Not a good product. But we did see Zane Smith at the end getting the checkered flag. His first win of the season, obviously, but his first one with his new team, Front Row Motorsports. Then Saturday rolls around, you got happy hour. You got a lot of things going on around the Cup lineup. You got Jack Villeneuve picking up a sponsor for the Daytona 500, which is a big deal. And also Greg Biffle having a mechanical failure and a couple other drivers. And you had the Xfinity race later on at night, which resulted in the 21 car of Austin Hill getting the checker flag, a rookie. Remember that, a rookie gets the job done there. But at the end of the race, we saw a bad wreck of Myatt Snider. He got turned around by Anthony Alfredo. It was not intentional, it was on accident, which resulted in him getting airborne and he collided with the catch fence, a nasty wreck. But glad he was all right, just to make things clear. But Sunday rolled around, things are looking promising for a great afternoon at Daytona, which it was. Early on, we saw the Hendrick cars leading the field to the green flag, and as soon as they led the field to the green flag, Larson went in front of Bowman, and after that, they kind of went backwards. As Keselowski and the Fords went up front and led tons and tons of laps, and towards the end of stage 1, we saw a couple of cautions for a tire falling off the car for, I think it was the 50 and the 31. And then we also saw a bad wreck, which we saw Harrison Burton going upside down. And you had Denny Hamlin, you had Christopher Bell, Alex Bowman, Ross Chastain, and Kyle Busch, and William Byron. A lot of them cars had severe damage, but Byron had to go to the garage, so did Christopher Bell and Denny Hamlin and Harrison Burton. But Harrison Burton's flip, and Ross Chastain did too, but his flip really worried me. Because in the past with the Gen 6 car, when a car flipped over, it would result in, or in order for it to cause that, he would have to get turned around and having to face the car coming at him. And once that splitter digs into the car that's about to flip, it'll put some air underneath it and then it'll start going. But this flip today, Harrison Burton was turned completely sideways and he got hit at a rear angle, and it caused him to flip over. He did not go high up into the air, which was very surprising in a way because how fast they were going. But that just shows you NASCAR and what they're working on, the innovations are working. It legit stopped the car from going a lot higher than it was going to. But it's impossible to stop a car from flipping. It's NASCAR, the speeds they're going at. It's impossible, but they did the best they can to stop that, and today was a prime example. But the race went on. Martin Truex Jr. swept both stages, 1 and 2. And the final stage rolled around. We had 2 big wrecks. We had Tyler Reddick, Kevin Harvick in the front stretch. And then Kevin Harvick was involved in the other one with Noah Gragson and a couple others, and had an overtime finish, which we saw Austin Cindric, a rookie, getting his first career win after 8 Cup Series starts. Last year, he made a handful of them in the 33 car, and this year he got the promotion to full-time, and he's already guaranteed a playoff spot. I know that has to be very relaxing for him, but also he's a rookie, so now he can go out to the other tracks and pretty much get a taste of how things are going to go throughout the year and be ready for playoffs as the month of September comes by. But that is a full recap of Daytona. Now let's go into Auto Club. Winning this Sunday's race at Auto Club will be the 5 car of Kyle Larson from Hendrick Motorsports. Kyle Larson has won here in the past. I think it was in 2017, where he held off Martin Truex Jr. in the 78 car and Clint Boyer in the 14 car. A great showing by the Emporia, Kansas native. But Kyle Larson dominated there and he got the checker flag. And he also has won at tracks similar to Auto Club, like in Michigan before. So I think this is no surprise to anyone, but he will get the checker flag in my opinion. And not to mention, he's coming off a very up and down speed week. Tuesday night was kind of all right. They had some pace, but not as good as pace as they have in the past. Wednesday night rolls around, they get something going, and they get the pole. And as expected on Thursday night, they ride in the back, not so competitive. And then when Sunday rolls around, he's on the pole alongside his teammate Alex Bowman. And the plan is, once you get the green flag, to get in front of Bowman and ride around, which they did, but they intended to be the front 2 cars. And Brad Keselowski in the Ford camp had other plans, and they led a lot of laps. And when Larson at the end tried to make a comeback to go for the lead, he ultimately got taken out of contention. So a bad week there, or bad ending there for Larson. But yes, he finds himself in the higher 20s in the point standings, which is kind of alarming, but not for him, for other drivers around him, because points are kind of hard to come by for like a Todd Gilliland, Michael McDowell, and drivers like that. So keep your eye on that. But Kyle Larson, he will get a win, and this weekend will be the opportunity for that to happen at Auto Club. Finishing second will be the 11 car of Denny Hamlin. Denny Hamlin at Daytona, that was very surprising. All week long, very up and down, inconsistent. But when Sunday rolled around, he was up front and he was wrecked out. And I'll leave it at that. And he will go to Auto Club with some fire underneath that helmet, and he will bring it home in second place, which I think he will take that. And not to mention, he is 35th in the point standings out of 36. So that is very shocking, but also very disappointing for him, because he expected to go to Daytona and get his 4th career Daytona 500 victory. So he fell short of that, but 2023 is right around the corner. But finishing third in this Sunday's Auto Club 400 will be rowdy Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch has won this race in the past numerous times. And this go around, he won't win, but he will bring it home third. Logano finished third. Kyle Busch will finish 4th. I got that mixed up in my notes. Sorry about that. But rounding out your top 5 will be the 48 car of Alex Bowman. Alex Bowman is your defending winner here at Auto Club. He won this race back in 2020, and he held off a hard-charging Ryan Blaney at the end, which is very alarming because Ryan Blaney was very quick, and Bowman had his work cut out for him, and he still managed to win. And last year, he had a great year. He picked up, I think it was 4 wins, Richmond, Dover, Pocono, and Martinsville. And this year, Daytona 500 was not good. And he was not competitive at all because he was wrecked out. Or had damage and he wasn't going at full speed. But you get the point. He had damage and it ruined his whole day. He's going to go to Auto Club. He's going to be competitive. He will lead a lot of laps. I think he will win the stage, but he will bring it home in P5. But my dark horse for this Sunday's race at Auto Club, I looked at someone that loves to ride the top line, besides a Tyler Reddick and a Kyle Larson, because Reddick is an obvious contender for the win, but I'm looking for a dark horse, someone that isn't really a high favorite odd, like someone that's higher than 65 to 1 odds. And I look at Chase Briscoe. Chase Briscoe in the past at Auto Club has done very well. In the Xfinity Series, he led laps back in 2020, but he wrecked out at the end after making contact with the wall, but he was still fast. I don't think he will win, but he does have a chance to bring it home in a top 10 position. Not to mention, he finished 3rd in the Daytona 500. But there you go. There are my full predictions for this Sunday's race at Auto Club. Kyle Larson winning, Denny Hamlin, Joey Logano, Kyle Busch, and Alex Bowman. And my dark horse, Chase Briscoe. But everybody, though, remember to please like, subscribe, and comment down below to be entered in this Sunday's Pick 5 contest. Peace.